I'm going to answer your immigration question. Why don't we do that? All right, we're going to go to Christy in Colton, California. Christy, how are you? Christy, how are you?
Hello?
How you doing, Christy?
Hello.
Christy.
Hello, Brad.
How are you, Christy?
I'm good. Are you?
Good, good. What's going on?
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I want to let you know that the other day I called you concerning my recruiter that died after recruiting me to a unit in California. And you told me to do FOIA, which I told you I already did. But recently, I got a message from the U.S., the FOIA, telling me that there was no record for the I-145.
Right.
I became confused, kind of like, what am I going to do? This guy is late right now, and trying to get in touch with people that said they are representing his company. They just told me to write emails, and I'm not able.
One second. I'm confused. Tell me again why I told you to get a FOIA. Tell me again why I told you to do that. What's going on with your case?
Yes,
I don't remember.
You told me because I wasn't sure if I really have a filed I-140 yet.
Okay.
Before my change of status. Yeah.
All right. So now you got a FOIA, or you got a reply saying you have more than one file? Is that what happened?
No, I got a reply from FOIA telling me that no record of
there's
that.
no record.
Yes.
Well, maybe nothing was ever filed for you. Is that possible?
I'm now confused because if actually something was filed, I think that is the best place to see it.
Of course. So if they say they don't have a record, most likely nothing was filed for you. So maybe, the guy was lying to you that he filed something when nothing was filed. I think at this point, Christy, because it's possible that you've been the victim of a fraud, that you really need to get a lawyer involved to see what's going on. So let's hold on one second.
My consent now.
Oh.
Okay.
I was going to say hold on and have a consultation, but I think that's what you need, because I think you've been the victim of a fraud. Hold on one second.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to Stacy in Queens. Stacy. Stacy.
Yes.
How are you, Stacy?
I'm good.
What's going on?
There are a couple of questions for you, right? I have about 3.
Okay.
All right. First one is, I have an approved I-130, right? That it is at NVC, right? But I'm now in America. I've been here for more than 90 days, but I want to adjust my status.
Who's sponsoring you?
My daughter, she's an American citizen.
How did you come to the United States?
On a visitor's visa.
What you're going to do is you have an approved I-130 somewhere. What you're going to do is file an adjustment. You don't need to do a new I-130. Put a copy of the approved I-130 that you have, and then you file a regular adjustment application, and write the National Visa Center. Let them know that you're filing an adjustment, and return the approved I-130 to USCIS. Done.
Second question now, Brad. Mm-hmm. I have minor children that is here with me. They were the relatives on the file that they were mentioned on the.
They are not derivatives. If your daughter is filing for you, even though there is a question that says what is the name of your children, as an immediate relative, your children are not included in the case. Now, if they are minors and we are able to bring them into a family court and prove that it is not in the child's best interest to be returned to the biological father in another country because of abuse, abandonment, or neglect, and we have somebody willing to stand in like yourself to be their legal guardian, which is who should be the legal guardian, then under those circumstances we would be able to do a special immigrant juvenile petition for them. So that would probably be the way I would start to look at it, to see if they can qualify for something like that, and then adjust their status.
Oh, so they couldn't adjust with me?
No, but you would do a SIDGE. That would be where I start if we can qualify them. If we can't qualify them, we got to come up with other options. Hold on one second, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's go to Monica in Boston. Monica.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Monica.
Okay. So I have a question. I'm a U.S. citizen and I have to apply for my husband's adjustment of status. I'm pregnant and I want to take women, infant, and child care. So does it come under public charge?
No, because it's for unborn child, and as long as it's for a child, unborn child, or a child under 18, it doesn't count. Now, after the child is born, whatever public assistance or Medicaid you get, you as the mother have to come off within 28 days.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
All right.
And is there any chances that public charge rule will be removed in future?
I hope so. We'll see what Joe Biden does. We've got 6 more weeks of crybaby.
All right. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Be well. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
Let's go to Charlene in Atlanta, Georgia. Charlene.
Me.
Charlene.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Good evening,
Good evening.
Brad.
How are you?
I'm good. I have a question.
Yes.
I have my niece here with me. She's from Jamaica. She came up here now about 4 years. How could I go about getting her green card
Your niece.
so she can go to college?
How old is she? How old is she?
She's 13 now.
She's 13 now. Where is the mother and father?
The mother is in Jamaica.
And the father?
I'm not sure where the father is.
Okay, fine. So what we would do is you would go into family court in Georgia, and you have to be able to show that it's not in the child's best interest to be reunited with at least one parent. That parent, we would argue, would be the father who abandoned her. And as long as we can show that, then we can get what's called a special ruling from a family court judge that will say it's not in the child's best interest to be reunited with at least one parent, and you're going to become the legal guardian of this child. You're not going to adopt the child. You're going to become the legal guardian. Why? Because this is the fastest way to do it. And then
I know I'm the legal guardian already. I have paperwork from the court, like to send her to school and to do whatever for her.
But if you didn't get a special ruling, then it doesn't work. So you may need to go back and do it properly, so that way you're able to file what's called, or she's able to file what's called the special immigrant juvenile as an abandoned child in America. So you may have to go back to get that rule, that guardianship amended. And I think you're going to need a consultation. So hold on one second, okay? All right, let's go to Kenrick in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Kenrick.
Hey, Brad. What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm good. I have a question for you, sir. I have my I-485 interview coming up within 2 weeks, and I would like to know how long the medical take to expire.
6 months. So as long as you did it within the last 6 months, it's good.
Okay, but I submitted with the paper last year, so.
All right, well, it should be okay. They shouldn't ask you for a new one, but if they do ask you for a new one, they'll give you an RFE and give you time to bring it in because you already submitted one.
So do you think I should just do it and bring it?
I mean, if you want to spend the money, it doesn't hurt, but, you know, why don't you ask to see if it's still valid or not? Because they're good. Okay, they're actually good for 1 year, but sometimes I've seen them ask after 6 months for new ones.
Okay, so it's valid for 6 months.
They can ask anything over 6 months. I've seen them ask for it. It's supposed to be valid for a year.
Okay.
All right. So if you did it last year, I don't know when you did it.
I did it last year, September.
Last year, September. So we're now in November. So they may ask you for a new one. But I mean, I wouldn't spend the money again to do it. I'd go in and say I already submitted it, and then if they want a new one, they'll ask you to drop it off. But if you want to be safe rather than sorry, then go do another one. Just spend a couple $100 to do it again. All right. All right. Let's go to Rafiq in Boston, Massachusetts. Rafiq.
Yes, Brad. I have a question. Yes. I came to the border and I filed asylum on the border. It's the second time I'm asking the question. So I entered and got paroled, and I have I-130 approved, and I recently filed I-485. What I have to do with my immigration court is in removal hearing.
Well, if you're in immigration court, you got to recalendar your case, and you got to show that you filed an I-485. It's the immigration judge who's going to have to approve it. But wait a second. You were paroled in at the border. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So you're an arriving alien. You don't need to do anything with the immigration court. Just file your adjustment. Did you complete your deportation case yet, or it's still pending?
No, it's still pending. It's on 2023.
Just complete your adjustment case, and then after you get your green card, you can write the judge, say, I have my green card, please terminate.
Okay.
All right? Good luck.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Let's go to Peter in Detroit. Peter.
Hey, Peter. Hey, Grant. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Got a question.
Yes.
Got a friend that that's a green card holder and got some crime or conviction on his record and is asking what was the best advice, what to do.
Find out what the conviction is for. Speak to a good immigration attorney. I have no idea what the conviction's for. What is it for?
Right. The first one's for retail. First two is for retail fraud. And the third one is a marijuana.
So he has three arrests or 3 convictions?
3. Well, I don't really know if the first one is a conviction. It is arrest, but I don't know if it's a conviction. He said he tried to ask the court for where he tried to check the court's online inquiry, and he didn't find any record.
All right,
so he doesn't.
I think in this situation, we don't have enough information to advise what to do. So you have to take a step back before you take 2 steps forward. So at this point, I would suggest let him call me, see me, or whatever, and we'll get his criminal records. And I hope he has a copy of his green card. I would need a copy of his green card too, because we got to determine when these arrests and convictions happen compared to when he got his green card. And then we can figure out what his status is. And it's going to be one of 3. Either 1, he's totally screwed and deportable. 2, he's deportable, can get a waiver. Or 3, he's not deportable and will file his citizenship. Or even if he is deportable and can file a waiver, there's a 4th option. We may just file his citizenship anyway. So, I mean, there's a lot of different options depending on what his situation is. So I think we need to do a little background check on him. So hold on one second. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.